Well, good morning. First, let's offer a round of applause to our photographer and videographer, Emilio Flores, and the superb team at Communications and Public Affairs for taking us back through the music and memories that are such a wonderful part of the university's history. As we mark the start of a new academic year, we are, of course, acutely aware of the ways in which national events unsettled our university community last term and continue to, driving us to reaffirm our core ideals and ethics. So, we meet together today to celebrate the dedication and goodwill that have defined this university for 7 decades, to reaffirm our collective vision with an unrelenting commitment to our students, our colleagues, and our community, and enthusiasm for the future that we continue to create together. Let me be clear about the current events that have occupied us in recent days. There is no moral equivalency between those of us who embrace social justice rooted in inclusion, free speech, and equity, and those who perpetuate a legacy of hate, violence, misogyny, bigotry, anti-Semitism, hostility toward the LGBTQ+ community, and white supremacy. There is no moral equivalency. The tragedy in Charlottesville reminds me that those of us in higher education at public universities are here because we have a strong stake in social, economic, and political equity and social justice. That's what we stand for. That's what we will continue to stand for. Now, as we celebrate Cal State LA's 70th anniversary, and as we saw in the presentation, we look back with pride at the roads we've traveled since 1947. What's been accomplished here over 7 decades could not have taken place without generations of students, faculty, and staff, generations of alumni and supporters working collectively for the public good. We are all part of that rich legacy. So many architects of that legacy are here today. So let me ask the members of our emeriti faculty, members of the President's Council, members of the Alumni Association Board joining us here today to please stand and let us thank you for helping to build this university. Thank you. The new president of the student body is David Zitzer. With all of you, I wish David and his ASI colleagues much success and look forward to their leadership and spirit this year. David, where are you? There he is, David Zitzer. The last year was filled with milestones. In January, an unprecedented research study published in the New York Times ranked us, and you've heard me say this before, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop saying it, ranked us #1 in the nation for the upward mobility of our students. Now, we already knew that, go ahead. We already knew that we transform lives and that we help students to write new futures, but now we have the data to demonstrate conclusively that we've been #1 at this enterprise for decades. This is a point of pride that no other university anywhere can claim, so feel free to use it liberally. Right? This last year, we dedicated the Rongshang Shu College of Health and Human Services, James M. Rosser Hall, and the Erica J. Glazer Family Dreamers Resource Center. Yeah, great, right? Our Educational Participation in Communities program, known as EPIC, celebrated its 50th anniversary. Our Early Entrance program celebrated 35 years of welcoming brilliant younger students to Cal State LA. This coming October, the signature event for our athletics department will mark its 20th anniversary. The Billie Jean King and Friends Gala has supported hundreds of student athletes over the years. We had another remarkable fundraising year with over $14 million in new philanthropic support, and that number may rise when the tallying is finalized. We're still counting the dollars. We love counting the dollars. So thank you to University Advancement for bringing in those dollars and helping us to move forward in critical ways. Last year at the fall convocation, I unveiled our strategic plan, our roadmap for the future. And I am so pleased to report that throughout the university community, the plan has come to life. Each college, department, division, office is helping to transform the 4 pillars of the strategic plan into reality. Evidence of our forward movement can be seen in programs and initiatives, in better outcomes for our students, in national honors and awards. Today, we can point to these developments as vivid illustrations of the journey that we have undertaken together. So let's take a look point by point, pillar by pillar, at the progress we've made in the plan's 4 strategic priority areas. Academic distinction. For the 2nd year in a row, Cal State LA saw the highest increase in the number of student applications of any of the 23 campuses in the California State University system. So people want to come here. That increase is yet another indicator of our growing prominence and distinction, and we continue to respond to that demand with, as you will see, when the students arrive next week, we respond with upgrades and improvements to all areas of the university to accommodate our growth, and we'll continue to do so. Today, as you've seen, we welcome 40 new, wonderful, accomplished, exciting, and excited, I hope, faculty members. And we plan to add another 50+ faculty members next year. To those of you who are joining us today, I hope that you know by now that you are joining a faculty, an award-winning faculty that is deeply passionate about transforming their disciplines with path-breaking research and scholarship and transforming the lives of those that they teach. The faculty's success continues to earn national recognition. The American Council on Education, which is the largest council in higher education, recognized our Center for Effective Teaching and Learning, CETL, recognized CETL for its exemplary efforts to increase student success through innovative instruction. The Council's report refers to CETL as a crucial lever in our plan to achieve the goals of Graduation Initiative 2025. If you haven't seen the t-shirts, the CETL t-shirts are great. On the back, it says, "Stay calm, CETL is here." I've asked for one. And as we continue to think about our distinction, once again, the National Science Foundation ranks Cal State LA as the #1 master's granting institution in the nation, for graduating Latino students in STEM who go on to earn the PhD. Number one, year after year after year after year. So many thanks on that score to the deans, chairs, and faculty of the College of Natural and Social Sciences and the College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Technology for producing the students that help us to earn this recognition. At a time when funding of externally sponsored programs has become more and more limited, Cal State LA continues to win more and more grants and contracts. In fiscal year 16-17, we received more than $42.7 million in new awards. That's up from $34 million the year before. So a tremendous increase in research activity. Professor Stefan Kozlacki is the principal investigator for a $600,000 federal grant to study the exercise needs of wheelchair users. Electrical and computer engineering professor Marina Munden is the principal investigator for a $380,000 grant from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, to conduct research designed to improve cybersecurity. Bianca Guzman is the principal investigator for a $473,000 grant from the LA Unified School District. And Associate Dean Rita Ledesma is the principal investigator for a $16.6 million grant from the California Department of Healthcare Services to promote dental health among underserved populations in Los Angeles. Join me for a moment in welcoming the two newest members of our academic leadership team. Our new Dean of the College of Business and Economics, Rami Maisami, Rami's there, and our new Associate Vice President for Research, Jeffrey Underwood. Rami, Jeffrey's there, okay. Jeffrey's the guy with the grant money, so. We continue to celebrate a vibrant student life with clubs, organizations, opportunities for involvement that make it easier for students to feel as if they belong, and indeed they do belong. There's no as if about it. Students who connect with other students who share their interests. And when school spirit is high, more students know that they're part of something special. And there were a lot of special moments as we welcomed our new applicants through orientation and beyond over this past summer. This is the first year that Cal State LA led mandatory orientation programs for transfer students. This allowed all transfer students to meet with their advisors to register for classes. The first step in achieving our goals for graduation 2025. So thank you to Linda Centino, Jennifer Sly-Davis, and Chris Johnson for supervising 60 orientation leaders who served as the welcoming face of the university for 3,850 new transfer students. Thank you very much. Our strategic plans inclusive campus consultative group and the chairs and faculty of our ethnic studies units are looking at ways to make our university more welcoming and inclusive. Now, this is really exciting, I think. The group's recommendations, which I fully endorse, include, first of all, giving department status to our Asian American Studies program. Dean Pamela Scott Johnson is working with the faculty to develop a proposal for the creation of a vibrant department that will help students gain a better understanding of the histories, cultures, and contributions of Asian and Asian American communities. I announced our plan to pursue department status last spring at the opening of the Chinese American Oral History Project at the library, and the hundreds who attended the event mainly community people, greeted the news with great enthusiasm and excitement. I think our new department will be an exciting and wonderful addition to Cal State LA. The faculty have also recommended and are initiating the creation of an interdisciplinary and distinctive school or college to house our ethnic studies departments. Such a school or college would represent Cal State LA's commitment to robust interdisciplinary teaching and research on race, ethnicity, culture, language, and identity, and draw faculty and students from areas across the university, including the humanities, arts, engineering, business, education, the natural and social sciences. We know that Cal State LA is home to the nation's first Chicano Studies Department and the nation's second Pan-African Studies Department. With this new step forward, we will continue to make history. So. Our abiding ethic of engagement, service, and the public good extends throughout the university. Each year, thousands of our students, faculty, and staff serve in the community. At Convocation last year, we officially launched the I Serve LA tracker, which allows us to track and quantify the hours that we collectively donate to the region. Ultimately, we'll be able to translate the hours into the dollars that we are in fact donating to the region to offer a concrete illustration of an important element of Cal State LA's economic impact. So we are making great strides in that regard and appreciate this information, especially because it will also help us to apply for and to receive the Community Engagement Classification from the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. This is a prestigious distinction. It's an indicator of an institution's commitment to service and engagement. And it's a 2-year process. The application for community engagement distinction starts now and will end in 2020 with an announcement of recipients. So I hope all of you will help us earn this designation by tracking your service with the tracker. Another commitment of engagement service to engagement service in the public good is our relatively new faculty fellowship for the public good, which supports innovative excellence in learning, teaching, scholarship, and community initiatives. We have a great roster of faculty fellows for the public good this year. David Bleckman from engineering, Dolores Delgado Bernal and Alejandro Covarrubias from Chicano Studies, Sam Landsberger from engineering, Portia Jackson Preston from public health, and Victor Viesca from history. So we will look forward to hearing about their projects as the year progresses. One of the greatest recent contributions to engagement service and the public good is the Rongshangshu Bioscience Innovation Center, which will house the LA Biospace Incubator and serve as a hub for entrepreneurship and job creation. Our supervisor, Hilda Solis, was here with us last evening with a number of participants in this project to commit the county's further support in this project and to celebrate all the great things in this corner that are happening at Cal State LA. In the spring, we launched LA BioStart, a collaboration that includes Cal State LA, the Biocom Institute, and the Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator. BioStart provides entrepreneurs with training, mentoring, and the skills to launch their own bioscience ventures. The inaugural class of our boot camp, who received their certification last evening, is an impressive group of 20 individuals working in areas that will have great impact, areas such as stem cell harvesting, a saliva collection and processing device for point-of-care diagnoses and screening, cancer treatment, detection, imaging, and therapy, including immunotherapy. These are the kinds of projects that these folks at BioStart are already working on and are going to make a transformative difference in the region and for the university and for our students and their communities. So we know that this holds tremendous promise. Go East LA, our Cradle-to-Career initiative, is very, very popular. It has expanded into the Central City area by popular demand. So Go Central City launched in January and offers the same opportunity and promises to students in the East LA schools and the Central City schools. Last year, the Go East LA and Go Central City initiatives served more than 17,000 individuals. Cal State LA students, faculty, and staff visited 95 schools and encouraged LA's children to set their sights on a college degree. And I will tell you, there's nothing more rewarding than watching first graders light up when you talk to them about coming to Cal State LA, and their families just beam with pride at that opportunity. Of course, Cal State LA also engages and serves the public good through the arts and does it wonderfully well. Since 1994, we've provided residents of the region an opportunity to experience professional arts in a world-class venue. Thousands of artists from around the world have presented their work at the Intimate Theater, the Luckman Gallery, the Street of the Arts, and right here in the wonderful Luckman Theater. Here are some of the highlights of what's been happening at the Luckman.
Something deep down, heard deep down in my soul said, go on and cry, girl. Say, and I'd rather,
Man, you're the answer that makes my questions disappear. Sugar man, 'cause I'm weary of those double games I hear. You're the answer that makes my questions disappear.
So many thanks to Wendy Baker and the staff of the Luckman Complex for enriching our community through the arts and for helping Cal State LA to serve the public good and for hosting our fall convocations. Last September, Cal State LA launched Graduation Initiative 2025 to increase graduation rates and to eliminate graduation inequity gaps. I am committed to increasing the 4-year graduation rate to 30%, the 6-year graduation rate to 55% for freshmen, 2-year graduation rate to 36%, and the 4-year graduation rate for transfer students to 81%. We're on our way to meeting these ambitious goals as our faculty and staff launch initiatives directed at improving access to classes as facilitating engaged teaching and learning, and add new technologies to better serve students. Specific initiatives include the WISE project, led by Professor Ji Sun and Vice Provost Amy Bippus, which offers interactive interventions that address academic abilities, setbacks, and a student's sense of belonging in higher education. It's sort of a way of keeping in touch, right? Professor Sun and Vice Provost Bippus will also study the impact of these interventions on the first-year students and see how it's working out. Efforts to reimagine first-year math are also underway. Very exciting efforts addressing a persistent obstacle to student success. While the CSU system recently launched an initiative to improve outcomes across the system, our university began planning months ago. Professors Iyab Dimake and Debrasri Raychaudhuri are working with Deans Pamela Scott Johnson and Michelle Hawley and faculty from across the university to create student learning pathways that will result in better learning outcomes and greater academic success. So stay tuned. We're also making great strides this year in improving access to classes and in better serving our new transfer students. So thank you to the Office of the Vice Provost for Budget and Planning, our associate deans, and our department chairs for meeting the course needs of our students so effectively. New transfer students got a better start in their Cal State LA careers this year when they received, this is really a big deal, they received their transfer credit evaluations in time for summer advising. This has never happened before, right? It'd be like Thanksgiving, and has my transcript been evaluated yet? And so they got them in the summer. So thank you very much to Margaret Garcia, Cheryl Pugh, Chris Cobb, Vince Lopez, Tamil Young, Alma Franquez, Lisa Bickley, and Tamara Yamada, all working together with everyone else to make this happen. The university's e-advising initiative enjoyed a very successful launch thanks to Tom Enders, Michelle Hawley, Terry Eiler, our college directors of student success and academic advising, and our many faculty and staff advisors. Our success in this area will benefit students dramatically and directly. A system-wide study concluded that a first-time freshman who earns a degree just one term earlier will enjoy an immediate gain of over $13,000 and a long-term gain of over $31,000. So it really makes a significant and concrete difference in their lives. So thanks to all of you who are contributing to the Grad 2025 initiative. And I want to add something that I just learned yesterday or the day before yesterday. We are also getting better and better and better at dispersing financial aid in a timely way. As of last week, we were about 50% higher or ahead of past years in dispersing aid, and we had already dispersed $109 million in financial aid last week. So serving students in that regard is really important to this student population and this community, and I'm glad we're making progress. At Cal State LA, we understand that student success is also influenced by our students' experiences around the campus, outside the classroom. Our Division of Administration and Finance has worked diligently, 24 hours a day, really, on most days, to meet the needs that come with our growing student population. We've opened new food venues on campus: Salazar Cafe, Espresso Bar, King Coffee, Golden Eagle Express, Cafe 47. There'll be some food trucks here next week, by the way, in addition to all that. We've expanded our offerings to include more healthy menu options and offer longer hours. And we are, as of September 1st, but let's start today, a smoke-free, tobacco-free, and vape-free campus. The tagline that we're using is self-explanatory: Cal State LA, smoke-free for the health of all. So I encourage all of you to share this message, and I'm very grateful to Troy Allen and his committee for leading this effort. We continue to update systems to improve the experience of students on campus. This year, our Get Mobile app logged 1.4 million transactions. Our users made 1.4 million transactions using the most popular functions like, we have My Class Schedule and Enrollment and Exam Schedule. The most popular one, though, is, you know what it is, right? The Starbucks live stream. 1.4 million users, seeing how long the line is. So thank you to Information Technology Services for leading the way, providing better and better technology innovations for our students. Our faculty and staff, as we all know, are passionate, creative, tenacious, and deeply committed to the success of our students. These attributes are exemplified by the recipients of the 2017 Distinguished Women Awards: Ana Caudillo from the Office of the President, Martha Contreras from EOP, Marianne James from Accounting, Ashley Joseph from Associated Students, Jennifer McCormick from Curriculum and Instruction, Suzanne McAvoy from Academic Affairs, Charity Perry from Sociology, Cheryl Pugh from Undergraduate Studies, Lourdes Lulu Quinones from Upward Bound, Lizette Rivera from Liberal Studies, Thea Winkler from Counseling and Psychological Services, and Hung Chung Ye from Geosciences and Environment. Congratulations to all of our distinguished women. The recipient of the 2017 Outstanding Staff Award is also a proud alumna of Cal State LA. Iris, where are you? Iris Aceves. Iris, are you here? There she is. Stay standing, Iris. Iris has been the lead coordinator at the University Writing Center. She helps students develop the skills they need to thrive at the university and throughout their lives. And for Iris, the most rewarding aspect of her work is witnessing students develop into professionals. She served with EPIC and at Mind Matters town halls and is a very worthy recipient of our Outstanding Staff Award. Thank you, Iris. The staff of Facilities Service, this is the 24-hour-a-day crew, works hard to provide a safe, clean, and inviting campus environment that supports student success. And for the last couple of years, we've been celebrating them with the Champion Award, the Champion Awards in Facility Services. So the 2017 Facility Services champions include Patricia Barberena, Lisbeth DeLira, Jovita Diaz, Nancy Guardado, Calvin Howard, Yolanda Jimenez, Joe Marcetti, Crystal Mejia, Hoa Pham, Luis Ramirez, Dora Serafin, Rosie Solano, Daryl Swain, and Veronica Vian. And the champions of the year in Facility Services are Emmanuel Free and Victor Pacheco. All of you, wherever you are, would you stand up and let us thank you? Oh, they're all together. All right. Thank you so much. This year, we launched a new initiative aimed at improving customer service. So I want to also thank our customer service champions for laying the groundwork for a comprehensive campus-wide training program that will give our dedicated faculty and student workers the tools to provide professional, courteous, and exceptional service at all points. The customer service champions are Martha Contreras, Jonathan Choi, Christopher Johnson, Lizette Juarez, Anush Mikaelian, Victor Hernandez, Matt Warren, Michelle Lovas, Maria Cersei, Ronnie Wills, Veronica Wu, and Chelsea Seeley. Where are you? Let us take a look at our customer service champions. Anybody come today? Oh, there we have some back there. Many of them are not here today because they are providing customer service. Since 2009, the university-wide staff planning committee has convened 3 all-university staff meetings each year and several summer workshops that enable staff professional development that supports more successful and rewarding work and better results. So many thanks to the members of the staff planning committee, Erica Alvarez Ramirez, Elia Amaro Hernandez, Frangelo Aaron, Jennifer Celaya Davis, Cynthia Galvez, Joan Lopez, Amy Miller, Delmi Ruiz, Leon Salerno, Reina Torres, and Susie Varela. I'd like to acknowledge also today our newest staff members who are attending their first fall convocation. So will any staff members here who joined LA since last September, please stand and let us welcome you. Thank you very much. Glad to have you with us. If you've been on campus this summer, you've seen the earth movers and workers in hard hats. You've heard the sounds of progress. We are renovating and building the Rongshangshu Bioscience Innovation Center, the Los Angeles Football Club training facility, the track and field renovation project, the renovation of the building formerly known as Physical Sciences, the new Rosie Casals Pancho Gonzalez Tennis Center, and we'll present plans for our new parking structure to the Board of Trustees in September, next month. I want to dwell for just a moment on our relationship with the Los Angeles Football Club. This is an example of great success in growing great partnerships. The LAFC is the newest Major League Soccer team in Los Angeles, and it has selected Cal State LA as the home of its $30 million training facility, soccer operations headquarters, and youth academy. That's what you see on the screen. In addition, the LAFC has already committed. They handed us a check for $1.6 million in support for Cal State LA, including a renovation of our soccer field and other improvements. Our students will benefit from this partnership in a number of ways. Upgraded facilities, opportunities supported by our relationship with LAFC, like internships, practicum hours, a new graduate program in sport operations, and athletic representation. So thank you to everyone involved, to Barbara Queen and Warren Jacobs for their work on the LAFC and Bioscience projects, and a special thank you to Executive Vice President Jose Gomez, who spearheaded this effort. Our athletics program continues to push toward greater heights. Congratulations to our women's tennis team and their coaches. The team earned an Intercollegiate Tennis Association All-Academic Team Award for having a strong academic and athletic team. And go ahead. And congratulations to our track and field team and their coaches. Student Ingvar Mosley was the California Collegiate Athletic Association champion in the 400 hurdles. Ingvar and long jumper Jalea Miles earned all academic honors from the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association this summer. Our soccer teams are starting their seasons. There's a game today with top rankings in the conference. We look forward to another great year from our student athletes. A key component of student success is inner well-being. As many of you know, Debbie Covino and I launched the Mind Matters initiative to integrate well-being into the fabric of this university. Now, perhaps more than ever, we need to ensure that our students understand the importance of caring for their inner selves, and we are providing them with ways to do so. Let's take a look at the work of the Mind Matters initiative.
We've made a lot of progress since we started Mind Matters 4 years ago. You might know that Mind Matters is a campus-wide initiative whose purpose is to integrate inner well-being into the framework of Cal State LA. Probably the most important accomplishment of the Mind Matters initiative is that students no longer face a lengthy wait time when seeking the help of a psychological counselor at the Student Health Center. It's so crucial that our students not have to wait several days or even weeks to talk to someone when they're having a problem. We're all grateful for the wonderful work that our team does at Counseling and Psychological Services. Another area in which we've made significant progress is in working against the stigma that can be associated with mental health care. The CAPS team has made a number of videos available at the Cal State LA homepage that feature our own students sharing strategies they use to lower their stress and remain successful in college.
Because when I'm physically active, I feel like I can focus on myself, and especially when I'm out hiking or trail running, being out in nature is very peaceful.
So if you're feeling stressed from home, I would say do whatever makes you feel happy and relaxed.
Music a lot. I mean, I really do. I'm not necessarily proficient at music. However, I really enjoy it. It's a great way to release a lot of stress for me.
If you can do something about it, why worry? If you can't do something about it, why worry? And then that kind of helps alleviate my stress.
It's hoped that when our students see peers talking about these matters, they'll feel more comfortable about any problems they may be experiencing. A number of the talks in our speaker series demonstrate that our emotions and our inner states are so important in our lives. And in my Bad Thoughts blog, I show that everyone has bad feeling thoughts and states of mind at times, and that it's possible to find more constructive ones. These are just a few of the ways in which we've sought to reduce the stigma that can sometimes prevent people from seeking help. A third area of substantial progress has been adding campus resources, whose objective is to promote inner well-being. For example, the therapy dogs. Everyone loves the therapy dogs. Studies show that animals have a healing effect, and all we have to do is look into the eyes of a cute canine to see that for ourselves. Oh, and cats work too, by the way. We've had a therapy cat join the lineup on a couple of occasions. Also, the Student Health Advisory Committee has enlarged the presence of the Health Hut, which provides information and resources to students. Also, we have a reflection room in the Student Union where one can go to find inner quiet for a while or to enjoy a guided meditation. Students can also find my brief mood-elevating exercises on the Mind Matters web pages. We know that these efforts on the part of the Mind Matters team are so important because all over the country, students experience high levels of stress. So many of them are focused not only on succeeding in college, but also on earning a living and caring for their families. It's a lot for anyone to manage. For our students, inner well-being plus academic success equals remarkable lives.
Debbie, take a bow. Last year, 1,600 students participated in Mind Matters town halls as part of our first-year experience program, where 150 administrators, faculty, staff, and students served as volunteer table coaches. At these gatherings, the students created action plans for health and well-being on the university campus and for our community. These plans will be implemented in the spring of 2018, so stay tuned. I'm pleased to announce 2 new components of Mind Matters. This semester marks the start of Well-Being Wednesdays. On designated Wednesdays, I'll tell you about that picture in a minute. On designated Wednesdays, Mind Matters and Student Health Advisory Committee volunteers will be visible on the main walkway, so that's next Wednesday, providing students with information and opportunities to engage with each other. Faculty and staff who have received training in Cal State LA Mental Health First Aid, we have 360 who've been through training so far, will participate as well-being ambassadors. In other words, the campus will feature our many stewards of well-being who can offer tips and strategies and resources for thriving here at Cal State LA. Now, this guy, not me, the other guy, we've named him Welly, you know, well-being, well, you know, Welly is his name, and he's the Mind Matters mascot. He will be out on the walkway next week. You can have your picture taken with him and talk to him a little bit if that's the kind of thing you like to do. So we're happy to have our new mascot and to be launching the Wellbeing Wednesdays initiative. We're also launching our Mind Matters Champions Award. This award will recognize faculty and staff who represent exceptional and innovative dedication to the inner well-being of others. With this award, we're going to expand the work of Mind Matters, continue to encourage student success and the health of the campus community. It's all very rewarding, and I'm so happy we're engaged with it. On that note, I wish you all a semester filled with well-being and success. I thank you for being back with us, those new folks for joining us. It's a great pleasure and honor to have you all at Cal State LA. There is music in the plaza, so enjoy it, and thank you. Welcome to Fall 2017.